Matt Norman, the skiff broker, here in Dunedin, Florida, bringing to market and giving you an in-depth look at this 2021 Maverick 18HPX-V, powered by a 115 Yamaha SHO, only 82 hours and freshly serviced, and packaged with an AmeraTrail custom aluminum trailer with a swing folding tongue. So well-equipped boat, super clean. Been either covered or garage kept most of its life. Whisper gray hull with a matching whisper gray console and cooler seat. I've been under the hull, about impeccable condition. No deep scratches or oyster rash or dock rash of any kind. Boat is ridiculously clean. Again, low hours, well maintained. So we'll get right to it. Folding swing tongue. I will have measurements in the description for your LOA on the trailer. Here at the bow, a removable Minn Kota 80-pound thrust iPilot Terrova. So it's a 24-volt system. There's two Odyssey PC1200 batteries that power it. And again, if you want to remove it, this just pulls through on the deck. There's a plug inside the front hatch I'll show you in a minute, and the whole thing removes very, very easily. Panning back, removable bow casting platform located on the front hatch with a turnbuckle style release mount, and you have storm gray over black brushed sea deck on both the platform and front hatch surfaces. Open that up there in just a second when I climb up, but again, 8-foot power pole, 9-inch Simrad 3 Evo 4-blade stainless prop, walkboard on the trailer. So very, very local boat. Even conveniently, two little JL clamp-on tower speakers. That again, if you were not into that, you could totally remove that, but really out of the way and unobtrusive. So here we are. This boat's rated for 4 anglers. So again, a legally 4-person rated skiff that can handle big water and can be still very much pulled easily. So let's really dissect this thing. So here's the front hatch. It will lift up with the casting platform on, and it gives way to storage and access to the starting and house battery. Also your fuel cell. Original battery. You know, if you were very preventative maintenance oriented, you could swap that out. 2021, we're in 2026 now, but again, is functioning just fine, and is really easy to replace when needed. There's the trolling motor plug for reference, and a nice powder coated tank. It is 29 gallons is what it reads on there. Gas strut lifts this up. And again, you know, you have some weight on here with the casting platform, so just don't, you know, just take it, use it with care. Really cool thing to mention here, these tubes right here are for a removable lean bar, sissy bar, that has a matching cushion that matches this right here. And there are two. So there's one for the casting platform and one for the pulling tower. They're not on the boat right now, but they are packaged with it and will convey. Fuel fill here on the port side. As we step back, you'll see a plethora of fly rod or spinning rod under gunnel tubes. So that is 4 per side on the port side and 5 forward facing on the starboard side. And if I remember correctly from before, we have two per side aft facing that are also fly rod capable. So carpeted under gunnel racks that are going to protect your reels. Nice embossed tarpon and bonefish embroidery on there. The carpet's in great shape, and again, plenty of rack space for stacking multiple rods. And while we're there, you see the 3 vertical aluminum powder coated rod racks too. Great for spinning rods, for quick grab spinners when you're going from spot to spot. So plenty of under gunnel rod storage. Real nice walk on gunnel. Non-skid walk-on gunnel pads here. Non-skid is in great shape. It's all white. We'll focus here in on the console now. So this is a removable Maverick factory insulated cooler. So very easy to just pop it off. and remove it, but it is, I think you'll always want to have it. It heavily is insulated. It drains overboard, and functions exceptionally well as a seat. You have a nice high backrest, a great jump seat here when you're fishing that 3rd or 4th angler. Now panning back to the helm part of the console, we're greeted first here by a 9-inch Simrad Evo 3S with conveying Florida Marine Tracks chart, which is going to give you, if you know the Florida Marine Tracks setup, you know that that'll give you one-of-a-kind mapping and cartography. Bennett lighted trim tabs. There we go. We got all up and all down. So lighted trim tabs. Yamaha command link smart gauge showing our hours right there at a whopping 82. Yamaha binnacle, power pole, switches, a tilt helm with a 3-spoke power knob wheel. Pretty much everything you need out of a skiff command center. And access here to more storage. So this guy completely closes up, ventilates too, which I really, really like. It's an important in a humid environment, but then it completely pulls out for larger maintenance, or for me to show you guys here. And so here are where the 2 PC1200 trolling motor batteries are. Also your battery switch, fuse panel, and 3-bank onboard battery charger with your port that comes out right through there for an extension cord. So nice, clean console. And see if I can slide that in with one hand. Just about got it. Excellent. So really easy, convenient access to quick grab items. Think kind of wallet, keys, phone, some safety gear potentially, and then good access to change out those trolling motor batteries when needed. Drainage, deck drainage right here goes into the bilge. It is not a self-bailing cockpit. Most all these skiffs are going to be bilge drain, and that's just a better engineered setup. But so an easy evacuation of water to the bilge pump. Taking a look here at the aft deck. Big one-piece cushion that is removable and flips down. So when you are fishing, let's see if I can get that. Look how nice and convenient that just tucks right in, out of the way. Of course, with this backrest though, you'll probably never want to. You'll want to love on that backrest, but this backrest is also removable. And one thing I love is that with this cushion here, the Maverick designed all these hatches to be able to be opened and accessed without having to step up. So, or sit up more rather. So instead of the hatch coming all the way here, or in a smaller boat where in other models and brands where you are sitting on the hatch and you would have to get up to open it, here we have the ability to be right here, access your gear, and not even have to stand up. So this is the starboard side aft hatch. It is housing a decent amount of things. It's on a gas strut. It's got great hatch gutters to keep it dry, good gasket material here. And let me show you what it's housing. The JL audio amp with breaker and Bluetooth dongle. The power pole pump for the 8-foot power pole blade. And back behind the power pole pump is the livewell bubbler. Very clean, fully finished storage that has drainage. So you can rinse these out if needed. So now we'll move on to the live well, since we mentioned that bubbler here. So center live well, pretty good volume. I'm gonna guesstimate this is probably it goes back here a good ways under this lip. I'm gonna say we're probably in the 30-ish gallon range. And a nice live well system here. So we have the Airstone bubbler that I just mentioned. We have 2 stand-up pipes, and both of these stand-up pipes go in here behind this grate, which will protect them and keep shrimp and small pilchards and things from clogging up the stand-up pipes. And then you have the smaller stand-up pipe for less volume of water, right? So if you want just shrimp and crabs. You have the high-speed pickup with new water inflowing, which most of us will use, but we also right here have a recirculation pump that will be able to recirc baits if you're on the trailer and load up water in there. It will recirc the water within the live well and aerate it that way. Man, there's a lot of motorcycles and planes out. Hopefully you guys can hear me even with this 15-mile-an-hour wind. So here is the port side aft storage hatch. You got a little clean microfiber in there, but you can see this one is just wide open storage. So where the other one you had a few pieces of equipment in there, this one is just completely clean, drained, fully linered, beautiful gel coat finish storage, and again, deep hatch gutter. And these hatch gutters all drain overboard. They drain overboard conveniently through the trim tab pockets, which is pretty sweet. Lastly here is our bilge access. So a fully closed bilge, no splash well. This is one nice clean top deck, which is great. No additional well to service. Just a good hatch right here and that's a heck of a lot bigger than just like a little pie eye. So we have the ability to service our pumps and observe the bilge, which is, in my opinion, exceptionally clean. So here we're looking at that Sahara bilge pump, your main live well pump with high-speed pickup and seacock, your recirculating pump, fuel water filter right there, which was changed out with the service in February, and the rest of your hosing and hose clamps. Again, I saw a very clean bilge right there. Now we can focus here on the pulling platform, powder coated black to match the rest of the grab handles and look of the boat. As I'm looking here at the pads where we're going to see most chances of corrosion, I'm seeing very little, about the tiniest little nick in the powder coating there. Maybe on each pad has a nick about that size. And then the underside here that received that sissy bar. The look at the JL audio speakers that are again in great shape and clamp-on style. C-Star power steering. And the top side of the platform. So nice C-deck pad on top of here. Spot here if you wanted to add a push-pull caddy of choice. And this power pole 8-foot blade really tucked in nice close to the polling tower, so you're not going to hit it most likely if you're polling. You know, it's not in your way here if you're not using the power pole and you're wanting to fish off the back of the boat. Very nice setup there. Stiffy push pull holders. To hold a push pull, there is not a push pull that conveys, so your accessory equipment that convey are, let me get out of the boat here, are again this cooler, of course, a custom full boat cover, some safety gear, remotes are accounted for both the power pole and the trolling motor, and that lovely backrest and casting platform. So again, Matt Norman with Florida Native Boat Sales and the Skiff Broker here in Dunedin, Florida in March 2026, bringing to market a boat that will not last, I am certain, a 2021 super low hour 82-hour Maverick 18HPX-V with a 115 Yamaha SHO sitting on a custom AmeraTrail aluminum trailer. Please reach out with any questions. We'll see you on the water.